What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to do an introduction to Kaspa for beginners because I know that there's a lot of new people on my channel that might be interested in Kaspa since it's one of my top picks. It's the biggest bag that I hold to create generational wealth this current bull run. So I really want to make a very straightforward and easy introduction for all of you beginners in crypto, where to buy it, how to buy it, where to store it, all these good things. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It really helps with the algorithm and to bring my channel out there. And also make sure to follow me on X because I'm putting daily calls and daily alpha on it as well. So for instance, you would have seen my Trump Mania call the other day, 2x from the reveal on X and 10x actually if you're part of my VIP group. So I'm gonna talk about my VIP group as well at the end of this video. But now let's get started. Kaspa. What is Kaspa? Kaspa is a layer 1 blockchain, meaning that it's not a token, it's an actual cryptocurrency coin that has got its own mainnet network. It's also not exactly a blockchain, but it's instead a BlockDAG. And to put it on a visual representation, you can see on this image that puts it very clear that a blockchain is just a sequence of blocks in which transactions occur one after the other. In a BlockDAG, consider it as a web in which from every block depart more blocks simultaneously, occurring multiple transactions and thus enabling multiple transactions at a much faster rate and a much cheaper cost as well. Because of this, Kaspa solves a lot of problems and makes it very easy to transact, very cheap and even secure given all of the updates that I've seen and all the updates that are gonna come in the near future. Kaspa started from zero. You can see in the chart here. Why is this the case? Because Kaspa is completely fair launch. A fair launch meaning that there's no VC, there's no angel investor, venture capitalist, or even team members with a massive team allocation, meaning that it started from zero and everybody started buying, and that's why Kaspa became this big. If you see the top wallet holders of Kaspa, those are exchanges. They're not people, they're not big whales, they're not VCs, they're not people from the team. And this is why Kaspa was completely fair launch. In addition to this, there was no pre-mining of the supply, meaning that it started from zero and then the miners started mining Kaspa after the creation of the Kaspa project. And this is why, again, you see that the chart looks like this. It started from zero and it went through here. Where can you buy Kaspa? That is also a very important question. I would recommend you guys to go on CoinMarketCap, search for the Kaspa project, and then you can see all of the exchanges that this is listed on. I do recommend to use Bybit. This is the top exchange if you're based in Europe and in Asia. With my referral link that I have down in the description, you can actually take part into this bonus referral program up to 30 grand that you're gonna get for free just by trading in the exchange. There's no strings attached. All the terms and conditions are put right there. If you can't buy it because you're based in the US, for instance, I do recommend Maxi. That is also a centralized exchange that doesn't require KYC as of the time of me shooting this video, and you can use with my referral link down below as well, but you're gonna need to use NordVPN. But don't worry, I got you in this case as well, and I have a referral for NordVPN. It comes out for a couple bucks a month, so it's extremely cheap. There's nothing illegal through it. Using a VPN is not illegal for the record, and you're gonna be able to buy Kaspa seamlessly with it. After you buy Kaspa, you wanna make sure to store Kaspa on cold storage because we don't keep Kaspa on exchanges. You want to be the sovereign individual about your cryptocurrency, therefore you want to store your funds on cold storage because they're not going to be readily available on the internet, so you're not going to be subject to hacks or exchanges going bust and all these bad things that can happen. Tangem is my cold wallet solution of choice. The 2-card set comes out at $49 only with my discount code, 10% off, automatic applied, link again in the description. So I got you from everything from the first step to the last step. Now, where do I see the price of Kaspa? Because of course, people are gonna wonder, how much money can I make this? So Kaspa is a long-term profit bag, in my opinion. You don't want to try to flip it. You don't want to try to do swing trades. You want to buy it. You want to put it to cold storage, set it and forget it for at least 1 year. I don't think that I'm going to sell any Kaspa until summer next year because I know the potential that this project can have. I'm going to talk about my price predictions so you can have a more realistic idea of where this project can go. So my bearish scenario would be for this project to go in the range between 80 cents and $1 something. That would put it at a 7 to 8x from here. That is a very bearish scenario because I know the potential of this project and I think that it's going to do way more than that. A more realistic approach would be something A more realistic approach would be somewhere around $2 to $3, which in my opinion is definitely feasible. I'm gonna talk about what it's gonna work to make this happen. And then an optimistic price prediction would be somewhere around $4 or $5 even. A lot of people are actually comparing Kaspa with Cardano, and if Kaspa were to achieve the market cap of Cardano, that would put the Kaspa price at exactly $4, and I don't think it's unachievable by any stretch of the imagination. That would be a 30x for Kaspa. It's a bit optimistic because a lot of things need to happen in order for Kaspa to achieve those prices, but it's definitely not out of consideration. And anywhere above $5, in my opinion, it's really not going to be achievable, at least this bull cycle. Perhaps in the next bull cycle, Kaspa is going to even flip Ethereum maybe. We can't know it for now, but let's take it one step at a time. Now, what are the catalyst events that are really going to make Kaspa to achieve those prices? The first one is the exchange listings. The exchange listing is probably the most important thing because my approach, for instance, is to buy this project before they're listed on tier 1 exchanges like Coinbase or Kraken or Binance. Those are the top 3 exchanges that I would put in the tier 1. Anytime that a project is listed on those exchanges, the price grows exponentially and goes parabolic. So it's definitely something that you want to be aware of. You want to buy before these projects are listed on those tier 1 exchanges. Then we usually have sell the news events because buy the rumor, sell the news. You want to buy absolutely before it's listed on an exchange, and perhaps you can take some profits after because a lot of people are going to take profits after those big run-ups in price. And this is how also exchanges make money. It's not just the trading fees, but it's also buying before the masses get in. And this is how exchanges aim to accumulate these projects and make a lot of money. Other catalyst events, of course, are gonna be improvements over the tech. So for instance, the Rust upgrade that is gonna enable customers to be 10 blocks per second on mainnet. Then there's gonna be the Dark Knight protocol. And eventually we wanna even achieve 32 blocks per second, and eventually even 100 blocks per second are potentially going to be feasible. And if you see the Kasplex page on X, which is the publication of the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, the ecosystem behind the decision-making of Kaspa, which is a non-profit organization that is also going to fund exchange listings and a lot of the marketing of Kaspa. You can also see that in June, there's going to be a massive catalyst event, which is the release of the KRC20 network, meaning that there's going to be stable coins built on Kaspa, there's going to be meme projects built on Kaspa, utility plays built on Kaspa, a lot of plays built on Kaspa. People are going to need to pack up on Kaspa to actually send these projects around and take part into the ecosystem. So Kaspa is not going to be a ghost chain like a lot of people have labeled it, and perhaps we're going to see a big price action movement. Kaspa was essentially born as digital silver. Even the coin of Kaspa has got uneven edges in the logo. And Kaspa actually means silver in Aramaic because this is seen as digital silver, a digital currency that is going to perhaps replace fiat, at least in an ideal world. And this is what Bitcoin was initially intended to be. I've seen this tweet that I've absolutely loved, that Bitcoin was the Kaspa testnet and Kaspa is actually going to be the mainnet because Kaspa solves all of the faults of Bitcoin that end up making Bitcoin a store of value, digital gold. Bitcoin was actually supposed to be digital silver, okay? Power to the people, currency to the people. But right now it's just gold. It's a store of value because nobody wants to transact in Bitcoin. It's super slow, super expensive to transact, and Kaspa solves all of Bitcoin's faults. Kaspa also solves the crypto trilemma. This is a big deal. Scalability, security, and decentralization. Usually projects will cover one or two edges of this triangle at most. So for instance, Bitcoin is not scalable, but it's very secure and very decentralized. Or Ethereum on the other hand, it's scalable, it's secure, but it's not decentralized because it's a proof of stake project with a foundation that is profit centric behind it. Kaspa is the first project to actually solve the trilemma. It's secure, it's decentralized, and it's actually super scalable. And this is why Kaspa is having the adoption that it has. You can also see the BlockDAG visualizer if you're interested in seeing how the technology actually works in practice. You can see the technical specification right now. And also this project is fully doxed, meaning that the team is fully disclosed. And the founder, Jonathan Sampoliski, was actually quoted in the Ethereum white paper from the inception. So he's a guy that has been in the blockchain and crypto industry for 10 years now. And he's one of the OGs of the space and a person that a lot of people fully trust to actually create this revolutionary technology. The circulating supply right now is 82% and it's extremely deflationary because there's not going to be a lot of tokens that are going to be generated, especially if you're aiming to buy now and sell next year or by the end of next year. It's also proof of work, meaning that miners need to actually put energy consumption and computational power and actual hardware to mine the coins. It's not a proof of stake blockchain like Ethereum is these days that essentially can print token out of thin air. This actually requires a lot of energy, resources, energy, time, and money. With a 3 billion in market cap, it's definitely not out of consideration that we're going to go into the 5 billion to 100 billion range and perhaps even beyond. Guys, I hope that you were able to take some value out of this video. Let me know what you think about Kaspa. If you're new to Kaspa, welcome to the team because it's one of the most exciting projects in the market out there and you're still super early. If you're looking to connect with me any further, I have a VIP group with all these benefits that you see listed on the screen, private Discord access in which you're going to get trading signals, portfolio reviews, access to private sales of new projects, and even as a lifetime member, access to my 3-in-1 course bundle. The prices are increasing very soon, so I would definitely encourage you guys to join ASAP to avoid disappointment. You might have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to achieve financial freedom status this bull cycle, so you don't want to mess it up. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.